And welcome back to Let's Play CastleVania Dracula X for the Super Nintendo. We have reached stage 5. So you know what this means? Let's go. Now believe it or not, this part has the best music in the entire game. Of course, I just don't like the layout of this place. Plus, it reminds me too much of the classic level. Of course, the thing I'm doing right now is whipping everything in front of me and behind me by using the most effective weapon throughout the entire game, the cross boomerang. Of course, the only thing I wish Konami really did was had sound tests. Really, the sound test I haven't heard in like a good while. Now be careful of this area here because everything is very breakable here. So therefore, you have to make every single step count. So what you need to do is get up here as fast as you can, and we go to the next stage. Take out these lance knights rather. And of course, take out that evil spirit. More lance knights will follow. But I prefer to take out these guys by using the holy water. Now, the next part is pretty cut and dry here because you're gonna be facing these giant knights. And as you can see that I'm doing this, you're gonna have to be very careful. You can either attack low or high, but I think you should attack low. Now, if they hit you, they will most likely throw you back after you've been hit. So, are there any secrets around here? Well, from what I know, there isn't any secret anywhere. Now, of course, one of my main weapons that I use throughout this whole run are the ones that can actually get through. Like, say, the axe or the... Or the axe, the holy water, the cross boomerang, and yeah, I think I've shown every weapon. The clock, which is like, can only do time stop and not time slow. So I think I'm going to switch over to my axe, because real men rely on axes. As you see, there is a secret spot. But are we going to check out that secret spot? No. Instead, we're going to get out of this room. I think we stay in this room long enough. And of course, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this bird here. Now, in this part, yeah, it is very easy to drop on this stage. But I don't see myself dropping anytime soon. I don't see myself actually dying anytime soon. And you're gonna have to excuse me because my hands are kind of wet. Especially, well, not my hands, but my thumb is pretty sweaty. Once again, jump and escape mortal death. And our next boss is the Wolfman. Now he's very simple, but even though he may seem hard, what you want to do is you want to keep him away from you. So as you give him the last hit, he will somehow deliver the last blow, and he is no longer a man. So now we're back at stage 6, where we are definitely close to our final destination. Stage 6, let's go. Once again, we're getting definitely close to where we need to go. Mm. Oh, I dare you to hit me. Most likely, I'm just going to just keep going. You know why? Because you can only go one way in this game, and that's up. And this Axe Knight just sets himself up just to get killed. Yet again. Alright, so what we gotta do is use these to your advantage. Of course, the bats are back. And they just won't stop. So the trick is to not fall like that. Yeah, no. Okay, let's see. Alright. Sorry about that. There is a trick to do this without trying to die, but I am really sucking here. I am honestly, my goodness, I am sucking. Okay. This calls for a little warping. How to bypass that within less time than it takes for me to do this? And now we're up at the clock tower. The most notorious stage of all CastleVania history. And with that Lance Knight there, it's not making things any easier. "5 a.m. I have derpage in my brain. Yes, derpage in the brain. It happens all the time. But I distinctly call it by one name. Brain fart. Now we're just gonna skip all this. Bastard. As I was saying, we're gonna skip all this because of the fucking bat. Anyway, the one of the many annoyances in this game are the bats. It's like you can't seem to get rid of them. They are just as bad as cockroaches. You squash one and one more just comes back to take its place. I thought the Medusa heads were bad. The Medusa heads are probably worse. Seriously, the Medusa heads are worse. And that's the one thing you have to remember. was just there. Assholes. Assholes. At least I have a place I can fall on if I do manage to get past. Jeez. Alright. This may take fail. This may take fail. So you know what I'm going to do? That save state I wanted to show, it's gone. It's trial and error. But you know what? This is going to take some time, so you know what's going to happen? This. And by the power of mere safe stating and timing, here come the second to worst damn annoyances in CastleVania history. The Medusa heads. What I don't understand is why the hate for this CastleVania. I mean, why did this CastleVania get so much hate? I mean, even though it's a port of one of the many ports of Rondo of Blood, it just got hate. I don't see why. Of course, I can see why, but man. I mean, really. Is it worth the hate? Is it really all worth the derpage? You be the judge. Because we're about to put an end to the end all be all of existence. You know what? Let there be one-ups. And, of course, sadly, you must put an end to your one and only true love's life. Really, I mean, honestly, my only thing is, if this was going to happen, really now, honestly, just leave it be, man. I mean, honestly. So therefore, we put it into her. The eyes are going to just fade, crackle, and all that good stuff. And we're just going to put an end to this. $3 a.m. in the morning. And when we come back, we shall take up great vengeance and beat the very threat that really just pisses off. You know him, you don't really love him, but you know he's around. The one and only Count Dracula. So, we will be back with the finale of CastleVania Dracula X, or if you like to call it Dracula Double X, right after this.